Let's continue with our Onshape project for creating the engine and the blower assemblies. Here I am in the part studio with the blower components. We created 3 different parts in previous videos: the impeller housing, the flange, and the impeller itself. Now I want to create an actual assembly for these different components. I'm going to do it in 2 different ways. For the first method, let's go to the plus sign in the lower left-hand corner, and I will choose to create an assembly. We are in our brand new assembly. Let's go to the insert button. And for the first method, let's go back to the current document tab. I'm going to choose the option to insert the entire part studio as rigid. And so I'll click on that, and then I will select the blower components. They are now inserted. Let's hit the check mark in order to complete. Let me grab the side of the parts list and make it a little bit wider. So we see our group of blower components. I will expand this, and we can see the 3 of them inside there. Let me expand the impeller itself so I can hide the mate connector. Let's hide the origin while I'm at it. If you want to, you could right-click on the line for blower components and then choose to dissolve this, but I'm fine with this. I will select the housing though, and then fix it, and that way we eliminate any of the degrees of freedom. Okay, and that's one method, but one of the problems with this is that all the components are static. I actually want the impeller capable of rotating on the inside of the assembly. And so let's go try a different method for that. Let's go to the plus sign and create assembly once more. And let's bring in our components. Let's go to insert. And I'm going to insert from the current document and part studios, but I'm not going to insert all of them, and I'm not going to insert them as rigid. I'm going to insert, let's start with the impeller housing and then the blower flange. And so these 2 are good. I'm going to hit the check mark in order to get that for now. Once again, let me make this a little bit wider. And we see that both have degrees of freedom. Let's start by right-clicking on the impeller housing and then choose Fix. And let's group these 2 components so I don't have to bother with some kind of mate between the flange and the housing. We know that the flange is in the correct place right now. All right, let me hide the origin while I'm here. Let's bring in the impeller itself, but we're going to bring it in with a different method. Let's go to the insert, and then let's expand our blower components, and let's grab the impeller itself. And this time I'm going to position it over here off to the side so I can see both the existing components and this impeller component itself. Let's hit the check mark. Let's expand the impeller so I can hide the mate connector that I don't need to see. And so for this one, we're going to bring it in with a revolute mate, which will allow it to have a rotational degree of freedom. So let's choose the revolute mate. And then for the mate connectors, let's see, let's grab the inside edge from the face of the impeller. I'm going to rotate the model so I can see the back surface, and let's grab this one. And so that is okay, but if you remember from when I created the impeller parts in the part studio itself, there needs to be a separation between the surfaces. And so let's go to the option for offset and check that. And so it's prompting us for an offset along the z-axis, which is what we would want. And let's try a value of 5. And I see it shifted the wrong direction from what I want. Let's change this to -5 and then hit enter. And there, now we got it shifted the correct way. And so this is good. This is what I want. So I will hit the check mark. Let me show the revolute. I like that little symbol on the screen indicating the rotational degree of freedom. And if we want to animate this, we can right click on the revolute mate and then choose the animate command. And let's see, this is a bit much. Let's reduce the number of steps down. And I don't want it to reciprocate. I want it to play in a loop. We'll hit the play button. Oops, let's flip it. There we go. That's the what method. That is the direction it should be rotating. And so I like what we have set up here. Let me close out of animate. And next up, we do need some components in order to fasten the flange to the impeller housing. And so let me check the separation that or the distance I need to cover for that. Let me start off by selecting that surface. And if I take a look in the lower right hand corner, it gives me the surface area, but I'm not really interested in that. What I want to do is I want to pick the back surface as well. And now it shows me the parallel distance. So now I have an idea of the length of the fastener that I want. So let me rotate the model. I'm just trying to see the entire face on there. Oops. And let's go to the insert command once more. And instead of inserting from the current document or other documents, we're going to grab our standard content. And so we're in the ISO standard. Automatically takes us to bolts and screws. Socket head screw, that is good. And here we have the size. Well, let's check the size that we should use. We have an auto size option. And so let me choose, oops, grab that. And says, oh, okay, it should be M12. And here it has a length of 18. Well, I know it needs to be longer. And 25 is probably not enough. 30 is decent. 35, probably a little too long. Let's go with 30. And so then I can choose the hole and then insert. And now we have that. That is good. And I can hit the check mark in order to complete out of there. Let's go to, let's see, there's a mate connector that's visible there. So I want to turn off its display so I can unclutter it. And then I realize, you know what? I need to get that bolt in all of the other different holes on this surface. And so one of the ways that you can do that is with the replicate command. And so here is replicate. And so I will click on that. And so the instance, I will choose this fastener that I just put in there. And then for faces to find the match in, I will pick this front surface. And so it does some computing. I will hit the check mark. And now I've got my replicate in here with all the other different fasteners that it placed in those different holes. And so this is great. Let me rename this. Let's call it, where there's the rename command. Let's call this our blower assembly and hit the enter key. That automatically renamed the tab down at the bottom of the screen. I don't really need this other assembly. Let me right click on it and choose delete. And so now I've got my blower assembly that I can put in a top level assembly that includes the engine from the previous project and this assembly. So I hope you enjoyed this video.